الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه، والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. اللهم يا ربنا الكريم تقبل صيامنا وقيامنا واجعلنا من عتقاء هذا الشهر الكريم يا ربنا الكريم. من يذكرنا بآخر الحديث؟ Who is going to remind us of the last hadith? Hadith of yesterday. خيرا أم يسمع؟ Hadith, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam قال, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, whoever believes in Allah and the day of judgment, let him say something benefitable or keep quiet or keep silent. ومن كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليكرم جاره. Whoever believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the day of judgment, let him be generous to his neighbor. Not to be good, to be generous, more. And whoever believes in Allah and the day of judgment, he will be generous to his guests. To his guest. And the last hadith as well was, you mentioned, اتق الله حيثما كنت. وخالق الناس. That was the last one. That was the hadith of yesterday. The Prophet ﷺ said, maintain taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be conscious of Him subhanahu wa ta'ala, means you love Him, the true love that would push you to do what He orders from you, and to stay away from what He forbid you from. Always we should look to the muharramat that they are unhealthy. Muharramat are unhealthy. Muharramat, we should look at them as they are unhealthy. Like this, we love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more. Okay? We shouldn't look at the muharramat that are like deprivation. We are deprived. We look at, for example, khamr is forbidden because it is unhealthy. And you know, if you are drunk, you don't know what you do. You do stuff that's not good. You don't look nice. You might have to do some things, then you will regret it, and you will lose the respect of the society. And these things are agreed upon between people. So we always let's look to the muharramat as they are unhealthy things, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them haram because He doesn't want us to hurt ourselves. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He described the muharramat, He says, ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ. If you do muharram, we say that you've wronged yourself. What does that mean? You wronged yourself? Means you exposed yourself to harm. You actually expose yourself to harm. This is the true understanding of the haram and of the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then He said, وَأَتْبِعِ السَّيِّئَةَ الْحَسَنَةَ تَمْحُهَا. Then He said, I know, you are a human being, you make mistakes. We appreciate this one. So how are you going to sort this out? How are you going to sort this deficiency out? By increasing in ta'at and hasanat, because as hasanat remove sayyi'at, and you live a very nice life. Then وَخَالِقِ النَّاسَ بِخُلُقٍ حَسَنٍ. It tells you that taqwa and doing good, doing hasanat, it's all in akhlaq. It's only akhlaq. Because if you maintain the taqwa, means you being mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Would you say something bad to people? Would you neglect people's rights? You would take them into consideration. You would be nice to them. Okay, and this is akhlaq. And when you follow the sayyi'ah by hasana, with what do we usually do it? With the sadaqah, with infaq, with it'am, with istighfar. And this as well being kind of akhlaq. And when يتبع السيئة الحسنة, when you follow the سيئة, the sin, by the hasana, by stopping, retreating from the سيئة. Yes, you retreat from the سيئة, then that means you are contributing good in your society, and this is akhlaq as well. This is akhlaq as well. The following hadith is hadith of Abi Hurairah radiallahu anhu, and these hadith are the hadith of Al-Arba'in Nawawiyah. Okay, who can tell us something just about what is Arba'in Nawawiyah? Forget about it being collected or by Imam Nawawi. The hadith that cover usul al-din. Cover usul al-din, but the basics of the religion, it covers the basics of the religion. If you know these hadith, that means you know the basics of the religion. You know the basics of the guidelines. The guidelines. No one would deceive you if you know this one. The following hadith is hadith of Abi Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him. He said that a man came to the Prophet ﷺ. رجلا أتى إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال يا رسول الله أوصني يا رسول الله. قال أوصني يا رسول الله. He came to the Prophet, oh please advise me. أوصني. We have in Arabic, when you say advise me, means انصحني, give me a nasiha. But when you say أوصني, it is more serious. The difference between nasiha and wasiya. Wasiya is more serious. Wasiya usually we describe nasiha by al-wasiya. Wasiya especially, for example, if a person is about to die, and he is going to tell his kids what they should do after him, or the kids they would come to, لا تغضب. It is a wasiya. لا تغضب, he said. Do not get angry. Do not get angry. He repeated it. He thought that لا تغضب is not kind of wasiya. Oh, I think wasiya. The Prophet ﷺ, he said it again. Do not get angry. Then he said to him, wasiya, Prophet? He said, لا تغضب. لا تغضب. فكررها مرارا لا تغضب. He said to him, do not get angry, do not get angry, and the Prophet, he repeated it many times, do not get angry. Do you know why? Because أصل الكفر أربعة. أصل الكفر, the basics, the roots of kufr are four. غضب is one of them. And what happened to Iblis is ghadab. When he saw, he was expecting himself to be the leader of the angels. And suddenly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam, and he said to him, prostrate Adam. He got angry, full of rage and anger. And he said, how come? Ghadab. And the ghadab, shiddat al-ghadab, the extreme of ghadab, push you to do the killing. Because the cause of the kill people, is ghadab. And those who think that they think that if they get angry very quick, and they think they are, you're just a great slave and servant to shaitan. You're just a slave and servant to shaitan. The Prophet said, لا تغضب. So what does لا تغضب mean? What does do not get angry mean? Ghadab, actually, you can control yourself, actually. It means, the scholars, they say, when you are ordered, recommended of something of ma'ani, they say, of something like emotional, something something emotional, such as love, such as anger, such as being quiet, these things. They say, if you are ordered to get these meanings, then the meaning of it is to get the causes of them, to seek the causes of them, and to train yourself with these causes to get what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet wanted from you. For example, the Prophet said, لا تؤمنوا حتى تحابوا. He said, love one another. The Prophet said, love one another. But can you love one another? They say. Then he said to them, do you want me to tell you of things that if you do, you would love one another? He said, أفشوا السلام فيما بينكم. Say salam to one another. This is one of the causes that would cause you to love one another. The causes. And he said, تهادوا تحابوا. If you want to love one another, then get this habit to give gifts to each other. We don't give gifts actually to each other. We don't have this kind of, do we? Rarely when we give gifts. We don't even give these gifts to our mothers and fathers and especially friends. We don't have this kind of. The Prophet said it, تهادوا تحابوا. تهادوا تحابوا. Because we become very materialist. We blame the society that we're living with them, they are materialists, but in fact, we are the materialist people. We are the materialist people. They are not. It's all about love, my dear brothers. If you cannot love, you cannot do anything. You need to learn how to love people. If you don't love people, that means you don't love yourself. Start to learn, and I say, to learn to love yourself. And to love people. And try to learn to forgive as well. To be nice. But say, so what did he say to him? Do not get angry. Do not get angry. Means, do not get provoked. Do not get provoked. If someone provokes you, don't get angry. And the Prophet ﷺ, he explains to us who is the strongest. Who is the strongest? The Prophet ﷺ said, لَيْسَ الْقَوِيُّ بِسُرْعَةٍ. He said, the strongest is not the one who knock people down. He said the strongest, the one who controls himself when he's provoked. Controls himself when he's provoked. Means he doesn't talk too much. He doesn't talk too much. He doesn't get himself in trouble. So this hadith he said, عن أبي هريرة أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said, أن رجلا أتى إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال أوصيني. He said, give me wasiya, O Prophet. He said, do not get angry. Well, my dear brother, sometimes you tell your brother, you give him nothing, for example. I give you the examples. We, for example, we get angry very, very quick. Very quick we get angry. What is one of our characteristics, as far as I know, I wish I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. I wouldn't say it again. But we do not cooperate with the authority. Yes or no? Yes? Raise your voice, We do not. We find it like, we think it is something bad. Or something that would harm our superiority. I've got friends, my brothers, in Medina Mosque, even here, those who do voluntary jobs in the mosque. And ask anyone who does voluntary